Hello everyone, I'm Avadh and this is my YouTube channel. I'm sharing my knowledge of dynamics through this YouTube channel. So today I'm going to cover customer prepayment. So customer prepayment is a new feature which is released by Microsoft in upgrade 40 and for onwards, and we have a vendor prepayment since so long in dynamics, but now there is a huge demand of customer prepayment. So Microsoft come up with the new feature of customer prepayment in version 40 and onwards. Apart from this, we will discuss what is a customer prepayment, how we can implement that into the dynamics, and till now what it's a new feature definitely. So what are the loopholes and problems still we are facing while implementing customer prepayment, we'll discuss in this video. So to start with, I'm going into the system administration, and in system administration we have a feature management. So in feature management we need to enable customer prepayment invoice feature. So once you will enable this feature, there is changes in a setups. So I will showcase you one by one what are the changes. We have a generally we have a inventory management, and in a inventory management we have setup. In setup we have a posting, and in a posting we have a various posting profile. This posting profile is related to sales, then this is purchase order, inventory, production, and so on. So here if you will see, there is a new column come up after the enabling the new feature of customer prepayment, that is a customer prepayment posting profile related setup you can do here. So here you have a two option that you can define group wise. Here you can select group, and particular group wise you can select the main account, and even you can select the main account by category also. Here what is the nature of this main account? So this main account is a current liability for us. Why? Because we are taking advance from customer, so we'll receive less money at the time of the invoicing. So due to that, it is a liability for us, and it is a short-term liability, so it is considered as a current liability. Now we are discussing one example, and through that example we will understand that what is the impact of the prepayment customer prepayment into the system. So suppose we have an invoice of 20,000, and we required 50% advance, 50% advance of 10,000 before invoicing, right? So what we'll do, we'll create the sales order, and we'll give prepayment customer invoice to the customer, and we'll receive the 10,000 advance, and we'll pass the entry of that 10,000 also, and then we'll do final invoicing later. So these are the steps, right? So first step is we are creating prepayment invoice. So at the time of the prepayment invoice, what is the financial impact? So financial impact is customer account will debit and customer advance account will credit, because we are taking the advance. The customer advance account will be credited over here by 50% of amount as in 10,000. Then at the time of the payment, we'll do the payment of customer will receive the payment from customer for that advance only, that 50% only. So the general entry will be very simple, that bank to customer account for 10,000, and at the time of invoicing the same entry will be passed, that is a customer to revenue account with original invoice amount of 20,000, but the entry which is passed at the time of the prepayment invoice will be reversed now at the time of the invoicing. So here we have a few problems. We'll discuss at the time of actual entry that what is a problem over here, and Apart from understanding the prepayment, now I'm going into the detail what are the setup we need to do for the prepayment, right? So I'm going into the account receivable parameter. In account receivable parameter, we have a update. In update, we have a prepayment. In update, we have a prepayment tab, and in prepayment tab, there is one option is check mandatory sales order confirmation. So if you will enable this setup, then it is a mandatory for you to confirm a sales order before posting the prepayment. Why this option and this option is important? Because what happened that you will create a prepayment before the finalization of sales order, then there will be always changes in a prepayment. So it is always advisable to confirm the sale and finalize the price, and then create a prepayment invoice. So that's the reason I have enabled this feature right now here. Then there is one more setup here, which is in a ledger and sales tax tab. Over here, if you will see that prepayment invoice, that prepayment application policy. So after generation of the prepayment, you need to select that whether you want to apply this prepayment for this invoice or not. So there is two options, that system will notify you that you have already post the prepayment entry, and still you have not selected that prepayment invoice over here at the time of invoicing. And second option is that system will automatically consider that prepayment as a part of that invoice, and automatically adjust that prepayment invoice with the original invoice. But it is always advisable to not go with automatic entry. Before invoicing, you need to check that what is the prepayment entry and what is the impact of it into the system. So I have not selected automatic option over here. Once you are habituated with this feature, then you can also do the automatic. It is also beneficial to us also only. Apart from this, we have a electronic document, and in electronic document I have attached a prepayment invoice template. So what I have done, I went to the workspace of electronic reporting. In electronic reporting, so I have downloaded electronic reporting template from repository through LCS, and then I have attached that. I have import that report over into this tab. So if you will see that customer prepayment invoice model, I have already uploaded here through Exchange, right? After that, you can able to find this prepayment invoice template over here, and I have just synchronized that into this account receivable parameter. So this is again also important setup we need to do. Yes, so once you will enable customer prepayment into the system, there is 4 new number sequence we will able to see on a last. So these are the 4 new number sequence will enable after enabling this feature. So I have created the number sequence over here, and I have attached respective number sequence as per the requirement. I have attached that number sequence over here. So it is important that you will have a updated number sequence in account receivable parameter. Then again we have one more feature for after year configuration. We have one more feature related to the background process for prepayment automation. So what I'm doing, I'm going into the system administration. In system administration, we have a setup. In setup, we have a process automation. In a process automation, you will see that there is a you need to initialize a process automation. I have already initialized the process automation. There is all the background process which will run once you will initialize the process automation, that will be able to show over here. So over here you will see that automatic prepayment settlement posting is one of the process automation, right? So I have added this. It is a hourly as before. I have converted that hourly as in month minutes wise, because if you are using this functionality, then you cannot wait for a settlement of the prepayment for a 1 hour, right? So due to that, I have changed the here that repetition of this batch job minute wise. These are all mandatory setup for a customer prepayment. Now I'm going into the system for creating one prepayment sales invoice with you all. So I'm going into the sales order. I'm creating new sales order actually. Let me create a new sales order. I'm selecting customer over here. So this is an item I'm selecting over here. 10 quantity, 5000 unit price is already there. Okay. For our convenience, I'm changing it a little bit. 5000. Okay. Right now net amount is 50,000. So after that, I am going to confirm this sales order. Why it is important to confirm this sales order? Just because we have enable the setup that once will sales order confirm, you will able to proceed with the prepayment customer invoice, right? So due to that, I have first confirmed the sales order. Now I'm going into the invoice tab. In the invoice tab, you will find that this is a new area which is added after the customer prepayment feature is enabled. So over here in prepayment, I'm proposing the prepayment. So the first step is a proposal of the prepayment. Over here we have a two option that we can do the prepayment for a fixed amount, and we can do the prepayment as in percentage wise. Generally it is for a it will be a percentage wise only. Generally people in service industries, you will find that most of the customer are taking the 50% advance. So due to that, I am taking that example only, that out of 50,000, 50% is advance, and I'm selecting the sales category as an audio part. This is a mandatory sales category you need to select for your item, and so you will find that out of 50,000, my 50% is a prepayment, so 25,000 is considered as a prepayment. So after that I am clicking on save button. And then if you will find out that this button is now enabled, as before it was grayed out. So here you will see there is a no prepayment invoice and prepayment status is a open, and amount is a 25,000 over here. So what I'm doing here, I'm posting this prepayment. Once I am posting this prepayment, then you will find that automatic system will post the number which I have selected. So we have posted the prepayment customer invoice, and if you will see that prepayment status is still in pending. Why? Because we have not received the payment from the customer till now. So what is a voucher of this prepayment invoice? We'll check now. So here if you will see that a customer account means the trade receivable account will debit, and this customer advance account will be credited. So this is our journal entry for customer prepayment. Now what we'll do after that, we'll do the payment. Till that this apply prepayment field is gray out now in the system. So I'm doing into the I'm going into the customer payment journal, and I'm doing the customer payment over here. Which customer we have taken? Coffee. Thought no. So once you will select the customer, the settlement transaction tab will enable over here, and in the settlement transaction you will find that the prepayment invoice of 25,000 out of total invoice of 50,000, you will able to see over here. So you can mark this payment with the prepayment invoice and will click on OK. So this prepayment invoice is settled with this payment. Now I'm posting this payment. You will see that here this payment invoice status is now received, changed to received from pending. Why? Because we received the payment from customer. After that you will find that this apply prepayment field is now is enabled, and you need to select over here invoice. So once you will select the invoice, applied amount will be selected over here. You can see total application amount and applied amount. Right now it's a 0. If I'm selecting here, then it is automatically selecting 25,000. I can even change this amount also, right? But right now yes, right now I'm selecting 25,000 whole amount, 50% amount, right? So but we can do the changes as per our requirement. So this prepayment invoice is applied to the original invoice. Now I'm doing the invoicing of this particular SO. So I'm clicking on invoice tab. I'm clicking on if you will see over here, apart from sales order detail, there is a new tab of prepayment invoice. So you will able to find that what are my prepayment invoice and against which what are my sales order. So this detail you will able to find at the time of doing invoicing. Now I'm clicking on OK. The normal invoice will posted over here. Yes, so invoice is posted. Now I'm going into the invoice journal. So what is the entry of this particular invoice? You will able to find that sales account is credited, and the customer balance means a customer account is debited. So this is our entry over here. Customer to sales, trade receivable to sales is our entry, right? And now I'm going into this customer, and in customer account I will see that what is the impact of this transaction. So in you will see that there is a 50,000 of sales invoice over here. 25,000 we have made payment on against this invoice, and this is this 25,000 is a prepayment invoice reversal, and this is a prepayment invoice. So we have if you will remember that at the time of the setup, we have enabled automatic settlement, automatic prepayment batch job. So what that batch job will do, once I will apply that prepayment invoice at the time of invoicing, and I will do the invoicing, after that batch job will run, and that batch job will pass one reversal entry of a prepayment, which is exact reversal of reversal entry which is happen at the time of the prepayment invoice. If you will see here, then advance from customer was debited at that time, credited at that time. Now it is debited, and trade receivable account is credited, just because it's a reversal of prepayment customer invoice entry. Right, so this entry is nullify right now, and the invoice entry will invoice entry with the 50,000 of original invoice amount only. So this is the customer prepayment I want to discuss with you all. You will able to find that this is the original entry over here. So apart from this, what is a loophole over here? That the loophole is that we can at the time of a sales order, if there is a GST and TDS, then there is only two entry will be passed by system, that is a customer advance account and customer account debit and customer advance account credit. That only entry they will pass. Suppose over here I have a GST of 9,000, against the 50,000 of the invoice, which is 18% GST. So what happens, system will only pass this prepayment entry of 29,500. There is no separate entry of GST at the time of prepayment of customer invoice. So that is a loophole, and that is a problem that we have registered with Microsoft, because it is a mandatory. If you are doing the advance payment, then at the time of the advance payment you need to showcase the separate entry of the GST, which is by law. So, but it is not happening right now in the system, so that we have submitted to the Microsoft. That query we have right now submitted to the Microsoft. Otherwise this feature is working absolutely fine. And this is all about this new feature. We will going to discuss few more features of 40's version in next our videos. Thank you all.